before the video starts, I just want to shout out my podcasting channel, Apex to Oval. It's hosted by me and my best friend Jack, where we talk about, motorsports, the biggest motorsports stories from the past week, some that you might have missed, some that you might have known. We also talk about race recaps. We talk about many other things. So check it out. Link will be in the description below. Hello, everyone. I'm Alex from Alex Motorsports. And sometimes it's hard to keep up with the weekly narratives for IndyCar, NASCAR, and F1. So I'm here to discuss and let you guys know what some of the biggest narratives for this week is. So this week, there's the Spanish Grand Prix, there's the Cup Series race at Nashville, and there's the Detroit Grand Prix for IndyCar, and I'm going to be going over some of the biggest narratives, at least I think, going into these races. So let's start with the Spanish Grand Prix, and the FIA decided to change the front wing mechanism for the Spanish Grand Prix. Pretty much there's flap areas on the front wings that can bend or warp in different ways. And the FIA has said that these front wings cannot deflect or, warp under load by no more than 10 millimeters. This is a decrease from the previous 15 millimeters before this new rule, and it's supposedly going to help bring the grid closer together in both race pace and downforce. And I'm really into this. I think this is really good. Bringing the grid together in any sort of way is a good thing. It's better for racing. It's better for fans. It's better for sponsorships. It's better for the sport. Anytime you have closer racing, I think it's a very good thing. So the FIA trying to keep the grid compact instead of McLaren completely demolishing everyone, I think is a good idea. And that brings me to the Constructors' Championship. And this is why I say that, is the two McLarens are far and above, way better than everyone else. And it says it in the Constructors' Championship. First place is McLaren's to lose, and second place is anyone's game, right? You have McLaren, 319 points, 6 wins, 14 podiums in 8 races. Mercedes has 147 points. They are the next best team, 147 points. That is basically double or like half of what McLaren has right now. So bringing the gap together is a good thing. Also, Mercedes has 147 points. Red Bull has 143, and Ferrari has 142. Red Bull is just purely just Max. So if Max just starts to fall off a cliff, Red Bull is not getting second in the championship. They might not even get third, right? But Max will keep them somewhat in the race for now. But Mercedes, Red Bull, and Ferrari are so close in championship points. They're all above 140, and they're all within 5 of each other, right? So it's a good thing. It sucks that McLaren's so far ahead that the constructors, as of now, decided. Sad to say, but of course things can change. But as it looks, the first 8 races of the season, it's McLaren's, and it's not going to be close. But things could change. But the second place is anyone's game. I'm very excited to see what happens. Supposedly this front wing change will affect Ferrari and Red Bull more positively than, say, a McLaren or Mercedes. But who knows, right? It could do nothing. It could do something. It could do a lot. It could do a little. Who knows? But I'm just ready to see good racing, hopefully. And the final thing is the Drivers' Championship, as of right now, in current form, is between 3 drivers: Oscar Piastri, Lando Norris, and Max Verstappen. Piastri has 161 points, 4 wins, and 7 podiums. Lando has 158 points, so he's only 3 off his teammate, 2 wins, and 7 podiums. And Max has 136 points, 2 wins, and 4 podiums. The reason why I include Max in there is if Red Bull can give him a car to compete, he will be up there indefinitely. Like, he's not going to not be up there. If Red Bull cannot deliver on giving him a car, he's not going to be up there for very long. But right now, it's a three-way race for the driver's title, in my opinion. The other drivers, George, Charles, all them, they're not even at triple digits yet. So who really knows what is going to happen at that point? But right now, it's a 3-way race for the driver's title. On to the NASCAR Cup Series. They're racing at Nashville this week. And my narratives going into the week is the regular season title is going to most likely be Hendrick's. So these are drivers that are within 100 points of the leader. You have William Byron, Hendrick's driver, 499 points, 1 win, 6 top 5s, 2 other top 10s, 0 DNFs. Mr. Consistent up at the top, right? Then you have Kyle Larson, who's in second, also a Hendrick's driver, 470 points, so only 29 points off of Byron. 3 wins, 8 top 5s, and 1 more top 10, but 2 DNFs. He doesn't DNF, most likely in the championship lead. It's Kyle Larson. I mean, you can't count him out. You can't count out Byron either. But you also can't count out Christopher Bell, who is the only non-Hendricks driver to be in the top 4. The only non-Hendricks driver to be within 100 points of the title as of now. Bell has 425 points, 3 wins, 6 top 5s, and 3 more top 10s, but 2 DNFs. It's good, very good, but maybe not at the level of Larson and Byron right now. And then you have Chase Elliott, 415 points, 0 wins, 3 top 5s, 4 top 10s, or 4 other top 10s, 0 DNFs, also Mr. Consistent. He also is a Hendricks driver. So 1, 2, and 4 are Hendricks drivers. That's why I say that the regular season title is probably going to be a Hendricks driver. Hopefully Christopher Bell can break that. Maybe he gets up the second. Maybe he even gets up the first at some point. But right now it's looking like Hendricks is going to dominate the regular season driver standings. My second narrative. That took a while to say. My second narrative for the NASCAR race at Nashville. Can Carson Hocevar and Ryan Blaney be lucky for once? If you don't know, they both DNF'd out of the Coca-Cola 400. They both DNF'd out of the Shriners Children's 500. They both DNF'd out of the Straight Talk Wireless 400. They've been very unlucky this season, and it's hard to watch, really, because they're really, really good drivers, especially Carson, who's, just over 50 races in his career, and they're just getting screwed over by just mechanical issues or engine issues, or they get caught up in a wreck, and it's just sad. Can they break their curses this week in Nashville? Who knows? Just to tell you what the drivers have gone through so far in their unluckiness. Hocevar was caught in a wreck in the Shriners Children's 500. He got a power issue in the Straight Talk Wireless 400. He was caught in another wreck in the Goodyear 400. He was caught in a third wreck in the Worth 400, and his engine blew up in the Coca-Cola 600 when he was in the top 3 and pushing for the lead. He sits 22nd in the championship. If he doesn't get those 5 DNFs, screw it. I mean, I'd put him. He'd be top 15. He'd be easily top 15. I mean, currently, if I just look at the driver standings, he's 22nd, 248 points. 16th is 274 points. Right? He's always in the good stages. He has 65 stage points. Right? The next highest is at 12th. That's Bubba Wallace with 100 stage points. Then you have Austin Cindric in 15th with 81. Like, he has the most stage points for someone that low down. And it's really sad to see that he gets screwed over so many times. The other one is Blaney. Now, if you know Blaney, he's a really good driver, one-time champ in, I believe, 2023? 2023, I believe, because I believe Logano won 22 and 24. So 2023 NASCAR Cup Series champion. He's had engine issues in Shriners Children's 500, caught in a wreck in the Pennzoil 400, engine blows up in the Straight Talk Wireless 400. He was caught in a wreck in the Jack Leagues 500 and caught in a wreck in the Coca-Cola 600, and yet he is 7th in the championship. This man would arguably have multiple wins and be leading the championship if he didn't have such bad luck during races. I don't understand it. Like, Joey Logano and Austin Cindric, great drivers. I'm a huge Joey fan. I don't know if you can see it. I have a Joey jacket, right? So I love Joey Logano. But this season, Blaney has been better than him. And that's a fact. You're sitting 7th in the driver's title with 5 DNFs is absolutely disgusting, right? He's 136 points off the lead. 5 DNFs. 5 DNFs. You average that out. I mean, let's just do some quick math. If he gets 35, 40, points a race, which is what he probably normally does, he he's in the lead. He's in the lead of the championship. Like, I don't understand how two people can have such bad luck, but they do. Hopefully, they'll be able to break the unluckiness, the curse, whatever voodoo they have on them. Hopefully, they can break that in Nashville. Now, on to the IndyCar series. We have the Detroit Grand Prix coming up. Some of the biggest storylines. Pato O'Ward is on another level this season. 194 points, 1 pole, 3 top 5s, 1 top 10. Yet, he's nowhere close to so far the number one in the driver's standings, Alex Palou. Right? Alex Palou's on another level than anyone else. 306 points, 5 wins in 6 races, and the race he didn't win, he finished second. Second. That is nuts. And Palou's having an amazing year himself. I mean, you take out Palou, he's easily first in the championship. Like, I don't understand. Like, he is so just out of this world good, and Palou is just still so much better. The good thing is, Pato is still young. He's like 25, I believe, 24, something like that. He's young, right? He's young for an IndyCar driver, right? And if he stays in IndyCar, he is going to win something, right? He is good enough to win. He has enough potential to get better and win. And soon enough, I mean, either Palou retires or even if Palou doesn't retire, if McLaren could get a good car around Pato is winning a championship. It just is going to take a little more time. Speaking of Pato O'Ward again, he came so close to another Indy 500 win. Actually, not another one. Well, he came close again. Last year, he lost on the last lap to Joseph Newgarden. 2 years earlier, he lost with a couple laps to go again. And this year, he finishes in third. And just over 2 seconds away from Palou. But he still had a very good race. And the narrative that I have is, will Pato O'Ward ever win an Indy 500? Or is he going to be one of the many who doesn't win one? To be honest, I think he will. I don't think it'll be in the next 5 years, though. If he stays in IndyCar, I think it'll be more than 5 years. Unless McLaren can build him a car that can compete. You're talking about in IndyCar, the Andretti's, the Penske's, right? You have to go against those guys. And that's hard. McLaren has done really well fighting against those top 2 teams, but I mean, it took Joseph Newgarden, 10 years to win one, right? 10, 12 years to win an Indy 500. Like, that's nuts. 10 years to win the big race. I mean, it's insane. You have great IndyCar drivers go their entire career without winning one, right? And then you have the Helio Castronevis's of the world. You have, what's his name? Juan Pablo Montoya's of the world, right? Win a good amount of them. Again, Joseph Newgarden. He didn't win for like 10, 12 years, won 2 back-to-back. And was close to winning a third one back-to-back. Back-to-back-to-back. So, give Pato some time. Give McLaren some time to get a better car. He will win at Indy 500. I also guarantee that. And my third narrative for this week is the 2025 Rookie of the Year race. Now, we're only 6 races into the season, but this Rookie of the Year race is really, really good. I genuinely love this Rookie of the Year race. You have Louis Foster, 67 points in 6 starts, and you have Robert Schwartzman, who has 65 points in 6 starts. Schwartzman also has 2 poles, and he led like 8 laps. This might go down to the wire. The way it's playing out, Foster and Schwartzman are going blow for blow for blow for blow, and it's fun to watch. Like, I have a podcast called Apex to Oval. I've expressed how I don't like watching IndyCar because to me it seems boring. But I watch it still. And the thing that I find the most fun, other than Palou winning, is the Rookie of the Year race. Like, they're genuinely going blow for blow, and it's so fun to see and so fun to watch. 2 great rookies go head-to-head for Rookie of the Year, and they're putting on really good performances. I mean, Schwartzman got pole in the Indy 500.
He got pole in the Indy 500 in his rookie year with Prema, this is their first year in the sport. This is their first year in the sport. Like, this is Prema's first year in the sport, and you're getting rookie of the year in the Indy 500 because you got pole and led 8 laps? That's amazing. And Lewis Foster, again, I really like both drivers. I do prefer Lewis Foster because of his social media. To me, it's more fun to watch when you see people on social media just posting and stuff. You know, Lewis Foster came up on my TikTok a lot, so I followed him. Right? His TikToks are funny, he's cool, interesting. Right? It's the same thing with Carson Hocevar, and like why I love Carson Hocevar. He's online, he's streaming, he's posting TikToks, he's doing fun things. Right? He's being a normal dude. That's cool to a lot of fans, and that's the main reason for me why this race is so interesting. Because you have two sides. You have, you know, a guy on a new team as a rookie. You have Lewis Foster, who's, again, a rookie, but, you know, he's very online, has a lot of fans, you know? So it's really fun to see these two drive, and they're very good racers, too. I mean, I don't have it written down on my sheet, but they're not that far down on the championship, to be fair, right? In a couple of years, you're going to see them creep up and creep up and creep up, and they'll be damn good, right? And hopefully they'll be fighting against each other for championships, because I'm already loving the Rookie of the Year race. I want to see championship races between these two. And that is my narratives of the week. Comment down below who you think are going to win the 3 races, the Detroit Grand Prix, the NASCAR Cup Series race at Nashville, and the Spanish Grand Prix. Personally, I have Lewis Hamilton for the Spanish Grand Prix because I'm delusional and I'm a Lewis fan. I have Joe Logano for the Nashville race, for the Cup Series race, because again, I'm a fan of him and he's done really well, good starting position. And I have Scott Dixon for the Detroit Grand Prix because he won last year. You can never count out Scott Dixon, and I'm not going to count him out here. But let me know who you think is going to win the races. What do you think are some of the other biggest narratives for this week in motorsports? And thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe, and check out Apex to Oval on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. Link in the description.